Welcome back, nature lovers, to Enneahouse. As human beings, we are the world's most intelligent animals, and that also makes us the most complicated. As such, we've often used our fellow animals to describe our personality traits. Well, any pet owner would happily tell you that all members of a given species have their own personalities too. We have learned about animals from the cradle up based on the properties of their species. From zodiacs to cartoons and everything in between, we humans have used animals to understand ourselves for thousands of years and still do so every day.
With 9 types in the Enneagram, there's no way we can fit all 1.2 million species we've observed into the scope of our little videos, much less the 8.7 million species zoologists think are out there. We can't even cover all the fan favorites, but that's not the point of these videos. The point is not to tell you what your favorite animal should be or what pet you should run out and get. Instead, it's meant to define the Enneagram in fun ways even a child can understand. So for the next few videos, we're going to take some really broad animal categories to give a few new insights into the biological complexity of our own brains.
Just remember, these descriptions may sound like they are about animals you already know about, but they've been carefully written to describe each personality type, so pay close attention. Without further ado, we're going to define what each Enneagram type looks like as one of our fellow land mammals. Type 1. Cat.
Felis catus, the domestic house cat, is known for being a pristine animal that more or less takes care of itself and does its own thing. Here we see a couple of cats sitting in a church in front of a stained glass window, and all we can think is, what a perfect, ideal scene. Cats are very driven by cleanliness and groom themselves regularly. There aren't many animals out there that are more polarizing. Most people either think they're beautiful and majestic friends always looking for a warm snuggle, or else cruel and judgmental super predators, and very rarely anything in between. In fact, even those who like them can admit they can be very picky and objectively arbitrary, while those who don't like them admit that they are cute and snuggly. Cats prefer that we see them as an ideal, and therefore they present themselves in such a way that people will like them.
Type 2. Rabbit.
Oryctolagus cuniculus domesticus are as well known for their cuteness and friendliness as they are for their speed. Here we see a cute little yellow bunny rabbit sitting in a warm sunbeam in a flowery patch. At any second, the rabbit could go from completely still to running around crazy from one part of the garden to the other. While I wouldn't say that type 2s run around crazy, it is definitely true that they run around and that it can happen at the drop of a hat. Whether it's phrases like heart beating like a rabbit or quick like a bunny, these lively lagomorphs have been the subject of many stories detailing their life in the fast lane. When introduced into a new environment, it takes no time at all for them to be omnipresent. Rabbits hear everything around them and are constantly alert to new stimuli. Rabbits have a very high tolerance for affection and crave social interaction.
Type 3. Beaver.
Castor canadensis. You'd be surprised how hard it was to get the AI to figure out what a beaver was. I tried large rodent with flat tail, rodent with big teeth. I eventually got something that looked like a beaver and a dam at the same time. It was literally a beaver dam that had the face of a beaver. But eventually I got this picture, and it does depict beavers in the hardworking way I was trying to show. Beavers are most known for being hardworking and industrious. Their sharp teeth can cut down any tree in their way, and they dam up rivers to build their own homes. They are so focused on their own projects that it can drastically alter the ecosystem around them in no time at all. They're so busy, when other similar animals hibernate for the winter, they remain active. Though generally docile, beavers can become fiercely intimidating to anyone who disturbs their dam, and may even attack someone who doesn't know how to take a hint from them slapping their tails hard on the ground.
Type 4. Platypus.
Ornithorhynchus anatinus is nature's most peculiar animal. I don't know exactly why the AI put it with a duck on its back. Most of the pictures I got of duck-billed platypuses showed them as actual ducks flying in the sky. In the end, I found one that was in the water, and I figured it suited my needs well enough. When first presented to skeptical Europeans, most assumed the duck-billed platypus was a hoax, because no animal could possibly be that strange. With a duck's bill and a beaver's tail, the platypus also is one of the only mammals that lays eggs. It's also the only mammal with a poisonous stinger that can cause incredible pain to anyone who gets too close. Recent studies even show that they can see with more than just the normal senses, and also can glow in the dark under certain conditions. Their uniqueness is the gift that keeps on giving.
Type 5. Raccoon.
Procyon lotor. After all the trouble I had with Beaver, I expected that Raccoon would give me some trouble too, but it only took a few clicks to get this cute little raccoon in someone's backyard opening a nut with a large rock. In fact, raccoons are highly intelligent, highly adaptable animals with an inventive spirit. They create new solutions to old problems just to keep themselves alive. They are solitary creatures dedicated to their own survival, but at the same time they're not very cautious and live much longer when taken care of by somebody else. They live in what is called a fission-fusion society, where they come together for meals, then split apart, showing an awareness of the need for community while preferring to be alone. They're not terribly picky and will eat whenever is convenient.
Type 6. Dog.
Canis lupus familiaris. I couldn't have had a slideshow about land mammals without including this beloved pet in there. I like this picture because it shows a very loyal dog, stalwartly guarding a house even late into the evening. With tons of different breeds of different sizes, shapes, and colors, suited to all manner of human personalities, and a loyalty represented in songs, stories, and heraldry since time immemorial, dogs really are man's best friend. They're beloved worldwide for their fierce dependability and great intelligence. They do have their own personalities and behaviors, but they can and do adapt their behaviors to match their master's expectations. Though adaptable, once they become used to being cared for, it can be very hard for dogs to learn to care for themselves.
Type 7. Monkey.
Cebus imitator, the capuchin monkey, is one of many flavors of monkey, but it would be impossible to define the quirks and behaviors of all monkeys because they get their enjoyment in different ways from species to species and from day to day. Here we see a couple of capuchin monkeys running along in the jungle, probably looking for food. They look so content and happy, like they don't have a single care in the world. Truthfully, monkeys do have a lot to worry about, and their familial society allows them to take care of these worries. But capuchins in particular are known for their fun-loving lifestyle and constant energy, but also loyalty. They are excitable, always in search of new experiences, new sources of food, new adventures. They use tools to eat their food, showing great intelligence, but are mostly known for being silly.
Type 8. Bear.
Ursus arctos horribilis, the American grizzly bear, is one of many kinds of bears, but it is perhaps the most bear-like of all, which does say a lot because bears have a distinct pattern of behavior that sets them apart from other animals. Here we see a grizzly bear doing what grizzly bears are most well known for doing. Even though they're strong, ferocious, have a temper, sleep for a lot of the year, and eat a lot, bears are most well known for taking care of their young. Usually content to live their own lives, bears are very aware of their needs and resources necessary to fill them. They can become highly aggressive when protecting themselves, their space, their food source, their freedom, their family, but their aggressive behavior belies a deep inner sensitivity and gentleness that makes them splendid protectors and caretakers.
Type 9. Elephant.
Loxodonta africana, the African elephant, and its Asian cousins, are gentle giants that are as sensitive as they are powerful. Though sometimes depicted as large or even frightening creatures, most depictions show them as kind, sweet, and gentle, much like this picture of a mother elephant and her calf. Most live a long but quiet life, aware that predators are around them, but generally unperturbed as long as they're together with family. They hear everything that goes on around them, and they use that to stay away from danger, but they can become startled by things they do not understand. It is said they can remember everything, and they're so sensitive to their offspring that if their child is slain, they will die of a broken heart. Literally the most painful way any animal can go.
We could theoretically have gone on for hours about each of these type animal comparisons and never scratched the surface. There are also lots of other animals that could have easily been on this list. We'd love to hear more from you about what animals you think best fit you, or else what animals you think best fit each Enneatype. For those who have not unlocked the power of your type, we hope one of these descriptions really stood out to you. Whether you know your type or not, there's more that everyone can discover about themselves and how they fit into the circle of life. Like this video, subscribe, and visit our website to set up your free online typing interview, and join us next time as we take to the sky with a look at the Enneagram in bird form. Until then, improve yourself, improve relationships, improve the world.